Banchero's got to get a touch somehow. Got McCoy on him. Not used to playing a guy that powerful, particularly down on the block.
Now with 12. Banchero comes back out high. Set a screen. A little switch. Roach puts it up. Yes! What a shot! Oh, big time delivery. The shot of the night to this point as Roach answers back with a quick two.
Over to get to the free throw line. Duke very good at not fouling. Big contest.
Off the front of the rim for Amude, who's familiar with Duke, having played 3 years in the conference at Pitt against the Blue Devils.
Now this is where Roach is tough. Get into that lane and career. Oh, look at his footwork.
Oh, what a drive in the back. Talking about Chris Slikes.
Some big free throws there Friday against Gonzaga.
Yeah, he's a player. Miami was good.
Another player who competed against Duke in his former life inside the ACC.
Nice hesitation.
Roach. Oh, he took it that for a long time. There is Williams flipping it up. Back to the rim. Tap, no.
Boy, is he quick to the rim, no. Taylor Williams, great effort. Early drag here. Get him going.
Banchero with 4 points. All on free throws. 5.5 to go in the half. Roach finds an opening.
How about that speed? The blow by.
4 empty trips so far for the Blue Devils.
Because of their length, they can switch here on the perimeter. Multiple guys can guard every position with the help on the weak side. Impressive.
All 5 guys, too, Grant.
Roach got it. He hit a big three.
Maybe get Williams involved a little bit on that box. Give him a touch, loosen it up.
It's hard to actually enter the ball into the post the way they front and help from the weak side.
That's the weak spot right there.
And Roach. That were just dunks. 2 of 12 from the field over that stretch. And here we go.
And to your point, I think they're going to get Moore going as well as Roach. And Caro has been terrific, trying to post him up early.
Great job fronting the post, helping from the weak side.
Banchero led the Blue Devils with 11 in that first half.
Look at this mismatch here.
Here's Roach. And again, he's the one Coach K was happy with.
How to attack the seams of this defense. Great pass, great finish.
Great use of the timeout.
Yeah, look what that coach did in that timeout.
As we said, he's a lifer.
Yeah, a tactician.
That guy gave up the hockey deal.
Yeah, he was an owner of a minor league hockey team. Is out of basketball for a while. Here's Roach. Puts it up and it falls. Love the kid. We've got 4 minutes to go.
Texas Tech in a little 1-2-2 three-quarter court press.
And they will settle back. They're not going to gamble on it.
Tech back in front by 1.
2 bigs with a cross screen.
To shoot. Roach trying to create. What a move.
He waited.
How many times Bryson Williams has been stopped tonight? That was an emphatic rejection. Now a 2:20 to go. Roach spins around, puts up the shot. 2 more.
This kid with McCullough underneath and the good hands.
McCullough was trying to post up against the smaller Roach.
Last 5 points to the Blue Devils. Roach feeling it.
How about this?
Oh, wow! And Bingham. That's Williams who got a hand on the ball, knocked it out.
He's played terrific. Look at his speed. Ooh,
Roach, extra step in there.
I thought his leg.
So for the Spartans, give Bingham a break with a timeout coming under 16 first whistle. Extended time.
Everybody can put it on the floor just like this. That's what makes him so tough to guard. Tom Izzo's always looking for one of the guards to play well. That's been part of the struggle plus turnover.
Roach again, so quick to the basket.
Great read. Pressure on individual defense with the bouncing ability. A little stacked set for the first time all game. Overload one way. Jumper Roach.
Roach able to get in every time. What a move. Good. Walker. Such a force this half. Can he do it again? Long with it. Tapped up and over to Williams.
Roach gonna go.
Got it. Puts it up and in.
He is checks.
And 2 plays in a row. Banchero on both ends stepping up.
Mike always talks about next play.
Yep, every play from this point forward, absolutely crucial. Banchero.
He's got what he wants here.
Bateman trying to guard him. Stop. 5 to shoot. Back out to Roach. He's going to launch a 3.
Soft help on that false count.
And another block. That time by Roach.
Pretty good.
And at the end, he scores.
I think they'd have to spell it out.
Lee takes it to the hole and misses on the dunk.
Nice cross.
Look at Roach. Look at it go.
Terrific coach and great with his kids.
Took a team that was picked 7th beginning of the year in the Big West. Took them to the championship. Now taking on Duke with 6.5 to go in the first half. Here's Roach.
Little zone. They get a good look, and he has been good.
Down to Duke. Duke has scored 8 of its points in the paint. They are attacking off the dribble and touching the paint, which is providing them some easier opportunities. A little horn set up top, and then a staggered screen up top.
And Jeremy Roach is into the game. Mark Williams is out, so Mike Krzyzewski has already downsized his lineup here against the Hokies. And Roach makes it pay off right away. Both. Duke by 2, just past the midway point of the first half. Roach flies into the bucket.
That they had a little tight basket in their living room and that they would go at it for hours on hours. They would have to drag them out of there. It was so severe, they actually wore the carpet down to the nubs in their living room. So Bryce, shout out, little brother learned how to shoot, and he's making you proud tonight.
Isn't it amazing how often the story is little?
Oh, the trophies those guys carry with them. It's amazing.
6 seconds and a half. Roach. Oh, somehow that got over the rim and is. Jumper right in your face. Moore. Banchero, another rebound.
Duke's doing work on the glass on both ends of the floor. Jim Larinaga thought that Banchero traveled.
Now Roach will slow it down. Not for long, though. He kind of lulled everybody to sleep.
Took that left-handed drive, went to the other side of the rim. That was beautiful.
Now the coach going very deep into his bench tonight. Boy, nobody
Can post you up. So he can take you in from the perimeter and back you down. And he's a natural right-handed player that shoots it lefty.
Roach for 3. The 6th.
And that's why you want Cole Swider out there. We got the triangle in 2. Girard on Keels and Torrance on Moore.
Roach for 3. Rattles in.
Jeremy Roach really just can't leave Swider or Girard, period.
And it feels like Syracuse is going to need all 3 of their scores, Swider, Girard, and Jimmy Boeheim going, if they're going to have a chance. So Swider with 4, Girard with 3. The foul situation of concern for the Orange. Roach in the corner. Another one. Huge minutes off.
Swider, 15 points. That inconsistency has ended today.
Well, the problem, Holly's got 4 fouls. So he's got to be careful when he rebounds, certainly when he defends, not to pick up that 5th.
And again, when he picked up the 4th and went to the bench for about a minute, I believe, Duke went on an 8-0 run.
And it had Torrance right under the basket, but with all the pressure, couldn't turn and see him. Now, Duke can take their time here. But they're going to bring Paolo Banchero up in the middle. Once he gets the ball, Sidibe has got to come get him. And it's 2-on-1 on the backside.
And that's where Williams could be a problem. Moore kicks to Roach.
safety was wide open. Theo John had switched out on him.
Boy, and Johnson giving up a lot of size in the matchup with Theo John. Johnson goes flying. Roach goes driving, and he finishes.
Got Theo John on a switch, and what a great hesitation move by R.J. Davis. He's having a terrific year.
Baycott getting ready to check in, but the media timeout will hit first. Roach left hand. Soft off. Sits now as Theo John is back in. Jeremy Roach has also come off the bench for A.J. Griffin.
Theo John can be more physical with Armando Baycott, a different kind of big guy than Mark Williams.
Roach using the screen. And it'll go. Soft touch.
Ball screen, back screen action with the pop. You got high-low with Baycott. And all of a sudden the ball handler's wide open. Carolina's been so good with R.J. Davis doing the primary ball handling duties.
He's got 19. Roach for Duke. And it rattles in.
Key stretch in this game for the Tar Heels to be able to win it.
Yeah, Duke had a 9-point lead and Baycott was on the bench, and then Carolina made it close at the half.
Rose is 18 years old. Banchero's 19. Wendell Moore is a young 20. So you think about this lineup and how these guys have performed on the road this season. 8-1 in ACC play, and another opportunity here to get Coach K's 201st ACC road win.
Roach with a determined drive for two. Or 17 for 25 combined.
It's been a great offensive performance for the Blue Devils, but you have to also look at the 49 points that they've held the Panthers to with 4 minutes remaining as Jeremy Roach continues. You earn your minutes in practice. This is not where you earn your minutes. However, Benny Williams off to a great opportunity here tonight.
He's certainly not the only talented freshman who's sitting a lot in his first year. Gonzaga has a couple of guys.
But no call. However, Duke maintains possession.
Roach with a pull-up. 6 it. So a crowd of nearly 32,000 spent a lot of time on their hands in this one because Duke was just sensational right out of the gate.
And there was a number of runs. Syracuse put up a couple of runs as Roach
is feeling it early tonight.
We've already seen 2 transition threes, both by Clark.
And then maybe he's all fired up with 21 family members watching the game tonight. Jeremy Roach.
But has to make. I don't think Virginia is going to be able to win this game just making 3 threes. They've got to find somebody else other than Kihei Clark to knock a shot down.
So many close games between these two teams in recent years. 5 of the last 6 decided on the last possession of the game. Roach with a nice jump.
Carroll tried to throw through 4 arms to get to the weak side.
Roach with a full head of steam and lays it in with a left hand.
Williams there. Sometimes you can hear footsteps.
And an early sub for Mike Krzyzewski. Jeremy Roach, who played very well in the first half, in there for A.J. Griffin.
Yeah, Roach did a great job off the bench, not only defensively on Kihei Clark, but had 7 points. He was Duke's leading scorer in the first half.
Helped by Cafaro. Roach for 3. How about that? Right.
Back to the horn set. They're trying to post more, but he wouldn't go in there against Franklin.
Shot clock's down to 5. Roach lays it in.
As aggressive as he's been in this second half. Duke trying to isolate Paolo Banchero down the low post. Morris set a little back screen for him.
Strong drive to the baseline, finds Moore. Roach for 3, and his big...
They thought he was going to miss the entire season, Debbie, with a blown Achilles tendon, suffered in late spring, but he recovered quickly, now played 8 games, and provided them a lot of offense off the bench in those games.
16 threes and 2 twos. Running some sets to and through him. He's got the 3-point range. He's got the ability to score in a one-on-one. He scored on Mark Williams and on Theo John.
7 points tonight. Debbie, he just had 4 in the first business between these two teams. And much more aggressive than they need him to. All
possession right now, if you're waiting, without having Dallas Walton get a touch.
Good ball movement.
Excellent passing, and then wide open Roach in the corner.
It's Laravia and it's Walton. And they have done an excellent job with their defense, keeping Alondis Williams from being able to get downhill.
And the answer from Jeremy.
7 points in the post. He had a rough night against Syracuse. The entire BC team did not shoot the ball well against the Orange. And the dribble drive is converted by...
Thicker and stronger.
John spinning, bothered by the length of Hall. Offensive board. Jones, well, really, he just collected a miss.
On the board, and Coach K talked to us about the oftentimes the hangover after the North Carolina game. We could be seeing a little bit of that here early.
Mike is 6 days shy of his 75th birthday. In that last timeout, he channeled the inner 50-year-old K and absolutely peeled some paint. Oh.
Gardner couldn't get the roll.
And Caro double. Headed toward the 40. Finally, with his first bucket, he'd been 3 of his last 24 shots from the field over his last game and a half, and the Tar Heels need him to get going and do it in a hurry.
And he was so good against Duke last year, averaged over 22 points in the 2 games that the Tar Heels played against the Blue Devils, winning both.
And Caro was trying to work on Leaky Black, as you said, and Leaky did a good job on defense. Jeremy Roach penetrating and scoring.
Boy, nice job to be able to kiss that off the glass. A great decision by Leaky Black and a fabulous finish.
And Leaky Black is one of the seniors for the Tar Heels. We didn't have another year if things worked out, and he chose so. Jeremy Roach. Roach just got taken apart on that screen, and another 3 ball goes down. Manick has 21.
You have to call that screen out, but it's awfully difficult in a loud building. But how many guys have gotten picked off by Armando Bacot at that top of the key screen?
It was a dangerous area for a guard, and Roach got on the business end of it, but that's the way to answer it. Just go right to the bucket.
Defensive bigs in this league, and his time at Louisville has not shown that this year. What a play there, though, coming over to help.
5 on the shot clock. Roach for 3. Knocks it down.
They've had a hard time scoring in the half court all year, but certainly so far in this game. But when they've been able to get out and run, Bob, they've had success.
Roach strong in the lane. Connects.
You know, that float game has been strong for Louisville. They understand that Mark Williams, one of the best shot blockers in the country, is there in the middle.
Jeremy Roach scoops and scores.
Tyson ran like he was going to set a ball screen, saw his defender was just above him, and then slipped to the basket. That's a great read by Hunter Tyson.
Roach almost turned it over, dribbled it off his foot. Now Roach finds an open lane and slams it home.
It's a possession by Clemson.
Duke has missed 10 of its last 12 field goal attempts.
They're trying to isolate Banchero on the elbow. And he can go with that dribble handoff. Now the little 4 or 5 ball screen got the switch. Now he's got Hall.
Roach in the corner. And it's a much needed 3 by Ty. Oh, it falls.
That looked like it was going to fall out and fell in.
Sometimes it's just going your way. Will it be Clemson's night? Just over 3 minutes to play. They won their last 2 games against top 10 teams, and both those were last year.
Looked like there was glue on that ball, kept it on the rim.
Now Roach has hit 2 in a row.
Success finding shooters in the corners, and when the wings come up, both the Boeheim brothers, when they come up a little bit, that means the corners can be open.
Banchero the kick. Roach the 3. And Duke hot now from...
And he's long, so he can shoot over you, even fading away. It's tough to bother or block that shot.
4 minutes into the second half, Duke by 13. Roach for 3. Their
And I had an opportunity to really break it down with Anthony Polite, who took the charge earlier. Anthony Polite says that he and Caleb Mills lead in EGBs, but Malik Osborne says he's the leader. So we've got a discrepancy going on right now.
Well, listen, Corey, if freshman Matthew Cleveland has a say in it, he says that Malik Osborne is the best at EGBs and Raekwon Evans would be second because of their energy and consistency.
Well, you like the fact that they're all fighting over the belt on this one. Jeremy Roach, who is now
getting out. No wonder that shot was short. He couldn't even see the rim.
Florida State comes in having won 3 in a row, beating Louisville, Miami, and Syracuse. All of them single-digit wins. There have been so many close games in the ACC already this season. And this would be a huge one for the Seminoles if they can get it. They would move to 5-2 in league play. Nice reverse by Jeremy.
Does not communicate and they give up uncontested dunks. Wendell Moore Jr. swipes it away from Williams again. Transition 3, Roach connects.
Set up by Williams, the leader in assists in the ACC. He is one of the top guys, and love how he operates in the open floor. Beautiful find for his teammate.
Here's Banchero. 24 points to the freshman's name tonight. Feeding inside, Jeremy Roach. Duke on a 7-0 scoring run. Wardenberg trying to snap it. That rattles in and out. Trailing 3, Roach. Walker fires over Williams. Rims out, no good.
And Jay, if I'm Duke, I'm going right back at Williams. Get him another touch in the paint.
Roach takes it himself. Williams. Charlie Moore's done everything. 6 steals. Now 11 points to lead Miami. Roach pull up pop. He hits it. Field goal. He's got 7 of the Jackets' 11. Duke's gotten into their depth as well. We get our first look at A.J. Griffin tonight and Theo John off Coach Krzyzewski's bench.
I like this Khalid Moore. I like this Khalid Moore. I like him being aggressive, recognizing that Duke is going to pay a lot of attention as Jeremy Roach.
He is such a good player.
Named preseason first team All-ACC. A quick strike.
Duke has done a pretty good job of guarding the three-point line thus far. It's been mostly Aluma and Mutz doing the scoring. But this is an excellent three-point shooting Virginia Tech team.
Roach to the paint. Little 13-footer. Lot of iron, but it drops in for him.
Boy, it was there.
He also has 15 points. He's now taken over as the star of the night. Roach trying to penetrate heavy traffic and the foul.
They have been excellent. I mean, they were sensational shooting the basketball both against South Carolina State on Tuesday and then again on Thursday against App State. Off to a quick start from the floor again today, and there's a corner 3 buried by Jeremy Roach. Duke gets it right back. Baker for 3. Griffin snatches the rebound, gets it to the wing for Roach, who connects. Williams, nice feed to Roach. Good way to turn a turnover into 2 quick points. And again, you trace it back even farther that Mike Schraggy's dad played at Army for, of course, Bob Knight. And when Mike went off to college, he went to Indiana University, where he was a 4-year student manager for Coach Knight. Nothing but net for Jeremy Roach.
To play early.
A great sign for Justin Forrest, the 5th-year senior for App State, who decided to come back and use his COVID year now in his 133rd game, which is the most all-time in App State program history.
Roach off fake 2-pointer. Yes, he drills it. Coach K said he couldn't remember ever having a layoff that long. Here's Forrest. And that barely touched the netting. Moore for the corner. Roach. Yes, he's going to fire on and hit it. Blue Devil run and opened it up by 13. And now Wendell Moore and company sitting very comfortably in front, 78-61.
Yeah, but with 5:20 remaining, Coach K still not feeling comfortable about this game. Of course, coaches never are, and got his starters on the floor still and wants them to continue to play the right way. Is Jeremy.
So Duke over the last 2 games shaking off a little bit of rust. They had gone 2 weeks between games after that scintillating victory over #1 Gonzaga. And they, of course, rose to #1 in the country, then suffered the loss to Ohio State. Swished in here.
He is loose. I mean, we have done a lot of Duke basketball. We've seen a lot of Duke shoot-arounds. Nothing looser than what I saw earlier coming in. The guys are jovial. They're having fun. Coach K's having fun. He's over. Of course, now he enjoys joking me at any expense.
He does like to, get after you a little bit.
He does.
He takes particular glee in that.
He does. And again, I'm a good sport.
You are.
I mean, because, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not messing with the GOAT.
Nor should you as well.
I mean, if he had stayed at Memphis, he probably wouldn't have been able to recruit his son because it wouldn't have been a great scenario for him. So therefore, this was the perfect case scenario because he could not only bring his son with him, he could bring his son who could contribute from day one. And, of course, he doesn't have to have the issues with mom when he gets home.
Exactly right. We all know that. Defensively by Jamel Davis to pick it off. Now stolen right back by Roach. Keels to the paint. Almost gave it up. And Wendell Moore will settle things down here. Keels hit a couple of quick threes to get the offense started. Now he's going to drive and kick for Roach. Here's a three.
Beautiful. All the way in the hole. A good move by Zed Key to get it rolling for Ohio State.
Zed Key starting this game. They had Joey Brunk starting last couple, but Key gives them a little bit more offense. Really good around the basket.
Into the paint and right into the traffic.
Good gap pressure there by Jamari Wheeler. Duke has to see a lot of red bodies in this game. Can't just be one-on-one.
Lefty rolls. He had great spin on it, Jeremy. They keep feeding Zed Key. Backing Williams all the way under. And access denied by Williams.
That shows his shot blocking prowess. Blocked 6 shots per 40 minutes.
And they turn that block.
Different look.
Turn around and shot. Free throw line, no good. Young could have grabbed that. Instead, he tried to slap it out. And here comes a pretty lay-in. Boy, Jeremy Roach.
Kyle Young is an improved shooter, an excellent roller in pick and rolls, and he just plays so hard.
Great respect for one another, and they bring 2 of the best teams in the nation into this one tonight. Duke by 1 early.
Anton Watson guarding Banchero. That little elbow action that they try to isolate Banchero on the elbow.
Theo John, the transfer from Marquette, into the game off the bench for Mark Williams for Duke. Jeremy Roach somehow. And let's correct it. Strother only has 3 fouls. Banchero, no. Roach has it for Duke. Puts it back up and hits.
I've been talking about a lot of big guys would just charge. Wendell Moore was there to take the charge. Instead, he just lobbed it up to Holmgren. Big time.
Inside the final minute of regulation in a 1-point game. Who will it be? It'll be Jeremy Roach.
Contested 3 off the mark, no good. Step back 3, Jeremy Roach, and that rattles home for. Off in trouble. A swarm of Duke jerseys in there, all the way up to Roach for the easy finish. And they've made their last 3 triples.
Yeah, and that's excellent spacing, excellent offensive execution, little dribble handoff. Again, the communication not there for Duke, and you know they're going to shoot threes. You have to be there on the catch.
Jeremy Roach has the Duke run. The crazies are alive, loud and proud. Williams the block. Here's Banchero in transition. Feed inside to Moore. Here's Roach on the cut. That's beautiful basketball.
He was a bad free throw shooter. Well, he only shoots about 50% on his career, but he made both of them there. Back and forth game. We've had 7 lead changes in our first 7 minutes.
Gardner-Webb, they're back into the zone.
Roach into the paint. Williams plucked away by Williams. Nick Roach.
So fast.
And another turnover.
This will be faster.
The story for Duke. You got Trevor Keels in that consistent offense. And you got Mark Williams, that consistent defense. 6 block shot for Mark.
At the scorers table, Mark Williams joins him. Stacic runs into Keels, who had half a dozen steals the other day. Here's Roach the other way, who cashes it in and one. Taking more shots this season. The lead is down to 3 for Campbell. Another turnover. Roach up and under. Step back 3 from Henderson misses. Roach will initiate for the Blue Devils. 21-20. Camels have led for a majority of the first half. No longer, though. 7 on the shot clock for Roach and company. Baker thought about the 3. He'll take it now. Another 3 for the Blue Devils. That time Roach jars it. Moore gets rid of it just in time to avoid the traveling call. Under 10 on the shot clock for Duke. Here is Roach. Finishes with the right hand inside. Henderson, 3-pointer off the heel. Moore hit ahead. Roach on the other end. That will count.
Moore comes away with it. Going to be a fascinating guy, I think, to watch for Duke this season. Named a Duke captain in October. Fought his way through that awful shooting slump, Chris, last season.
Well, he's what college basketball used to be.
Caldwell lines up at 3. Rebound coming out high, and the hustle there by Wendell Moore. Long pass ahead, Roach. He's wide open, plenty of time. Got it.
Making the most out of his visit to Cameron Indoor Stadium in Coach K's last season.
Give him 19 points. Jalen Rucker, sophomore from Baltimore. Roach again, yes! Picked off. And this guy has been a star in the second half. The slam by Roach.
Wheeler still probing. Has it knocked away a couple of times, and finally it belongs to Duke. Or does it? Yes, it does. Roach lays it in. Wheeler again trying to change directions, scoot around defenders, but this time he turns it over. Just a little too much traffic there. Roach lays it in. Duke back on top. Cramping issues for multiple players, perhaps, for the Blue Devils as they try to keep enough guys on the floor. And they do have an 11-point lead. They've played great with who they've had out there. Roach switches hands.